catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah! Welcome to the most confusing episode of the Basement Sports Network postgame show that I have ever been a part of, to the best of my recollection. White people went out there and won us a basketball game in Milwaukee against what some people may call one of the better teams in the NBA. During Black History Month, the audacity, the caucasity of these folks to go out there and play like this. Who does Nikola Jovic think he is?
My son.
The future? My starting four? Ha! We already know who my starting shooting guard is. Big 55! Let's do this! And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to let you know that we have a time traveler on our team by the name of Kevin Love. Because tonight, it was 2010 all over again, baby.
On these hoes.
We had a great night. Well, I don't know. There was one white in particular. We didn't say he has to be the best white on the court. He wasn't in the top 4 this evening. But we'll get to him. Want to thank my man James Todd for kicking us off with the $5 dono. He said the Miami Heat unlocked Team Zone tonight. What the fuck? Well, first of all, that Kuroko no basket reference is fucking elite. Yes, they did, bro. It was all my boy Jeff. Tayo Itong Podolsky with the $99. He said, start dunking, and bam. Greater. Giannis. Heated 5. Fuck are you talking about? I like that. I agree with Standing Man too. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like this video or y'all are some hoes. And make sure you subscribe to the Basement Sports Network if you have not done so already. All right, enough of me yelling into the microphone. I don't even think I've introduced myself. My name is Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by my guy, Professor Sheltman. Sheltman, how are you doing this afternoon?
I am well. I apologize for my kinfolk stealing the spotlight during Black History Month. It is not something I condone, and I'm appalled and, quite frankly, disappointed with that.
Yeah, Martin Luther King will be marching in the streets of Milwaukee, Wisconsin this evening if he had saw this. There will be signs. There will be hymns. There'll be shirts and ties too. I don't know. They used to wash in suits. It was weird. It used to be hot outside. And also on this panel, we got my boy, Kane, Ricky, Jay, Mark. Ricky, how you doing today?
I feel great. I won an autographed Tyreek Hill football over the weekend during the Super Bowl. I went to my local Duffy's and I won a raffle, which is wonderful. Oh, wait, that's not even the coolest thing that happened this week so far. My son showed all of you. And he's the only person I'm going to be talking about tonight. So just get ready. Get ready.
Joining you in that will be our next panelist, the other Nikola Jovic enthusiast on the network. My boy Stone pulling up. Stone, how you doing, brother?
You know, just living the Miami Heat dream. this is where greatness starts. We are going to win the East. There is no doubt in my mind. This team can keep trying to fool us into thinking that they won't, but gosh darn it, I know it's what they're going to end up doing. How about the bad man 5-5? The bad man. Come on. Like, is that the most random jump though, like ever in just NBA history of like a player just like getting a completely different whole bag of tricks to their game? Like, it's not just like one thing. That's probably the craziest part about it to me, is just like how his whole game has taken this massive leap.
Yeah. Brother, it is insane the way like Duncan Robinson, like his impact that he can have on the game. Like, it's just like, it's undeniable at this point. It's like when he plays well, this is a completely different team, and they're so much better for it. Thank you, Dan the Film Gen, for the $5 dono. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said, "Don't call this team short-handed." Fuck is you all talking about? Hey, brother, Spo would be offended if we talked about the people that were not playing. Correct. JP with the $9.99 dono. He said, "My Miami Heat brethren, someone tell Spo to stop effing around and start Jovic at the 4." I was moved a little bit by the kid. Not gonna lie. Tonight. Somebody with the $2 dono, he said they better keep starting Duncan this time around. I was moved by 55. Not gonna lie. Couple of things that we got to get to, but I'm gonna let everybody get their shit off first, get some things off their chest. Kane Ricky, we're gonna start with you. Of course, you said you're only gonna be talking about Niko. Game high score, 24 points per game, kind of a breakout game for him, career high. The man hooped, no doubt about it in every sense of the word. Offensively and defensively, he was pretty good. Give me your thoughts on the game and specifically your white son, Nikola Jovic.
Yeah, I don't care about the game. Jovic played really well tonight. This is what happens when you trust him in a big moment. He played against one of the best teams in the East. I know the Milwaukee Bucks are known for defensive lapses and all that other stuff, but at the end of the day, you still got to go out there and outplay Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and one of the Lopez twins if they feel like playing. And Jovic did that. Obviously, it was a team effort. You know, teams win basketball games, not players. But 24.7 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers out of a guy who is still high school aged, who some people on this network were ready to trade just a couple months ago.
What the fuck high school you go to? That motherfucker is,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
yeah, that's nice. That's nice. It's different in Europe. You know, like he did his thing. And this is what he has been showing you, what he's capable of doing once he is in rhythm, once he is comfortable, once his coaching staff trusts him, and once he is given the ball and able to do what he's known for doing. He's not a ball hog. He's a team player. He'll hit an open three if he's put in a position to do so, and he will be efficient. He scored 24 points on 13 shots. You see, unlike certain other players, the amount of shots that he takes isn't similar to the amount of points he scores. He tries to be efficient because he will try to help you in more than one aspect of the game, and it's not about him. So that's what we've been teaching him ever since he was a little boy, and I couldn't be prouder of my my white son. That's right. It's possible for whites to come from beautiful black men. Just look at human history. I mean, they migrated north, and then, I mean, where do you think I came from?
The original man was found on what continent?
Africa.
Just said. Dan the Film Jet with the $5 dono. He said, "Niko, Serbian, Patrick Mahomes, Jovic is a white stud. Glad to see Batman 5 get a chance to shine tonight." I think the most impressive part about the way he played tonight is that he hadn't played in so long. Like, they just banished him. Like, he went from starting to not getting any tick at all, comes back to starting under, like, not the best circumstances, and just goes out there and absolutely crushes it. Shelton,
professional.
Want to hear your thoughts, bro. What are your thoughts on the game tonight?
Honestly, I am baffled. They tend to do this thing where they just don't give a fuck versus these absolute dog shit teams, and they lose to like the fucking like the Wizards or some shit. Like, weren't the Spurs up like 6 or something at half like 4 nights ago? The 10-win Spurs, and then they just decide, oh, we're gonna shoot 60% from the field, 50% from 3, and beat the Bucks at home by 37 or whatever the fuck they won by tonight, because I stopped watching when they went up 35. I don't get it. Like, and it's just, I hate this shit because it's another testament to their inconsistency. Like, where is this any other time? Like, why can't we just do this for 85% of the season?
Because we're mediocre.
That's another road to get down to, but hey, I mean, it was a fun game. I don't really like watching Bam and the Scrubs necessarily. It's not really enjoyable, but it was a fun game overall. Yes.
Who was the scrub?
All of the whites.
Oh, all of the what? Okay, I got you. I got not my son.
See the name here.
Not my son though.
Come on now.
Respect 5'5". Respect 5'5". Come on now.
Talk that talk, Stonathan.
Huh?
We respect my stars you regard right here, and we're gonna put respect on a lot of white people named during Black History Month this show because they hooped tonight. So when we go through them individually, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me. I'm still for the culture. I'll be back on my bullshit next game, but tonight we were carried by the whites. All right, it's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? James Todd with the $10 dono. He said, "I'm probably."
Oh, sorry.
Cause tonight'll be the night. That's the type of shit I want to. I'm probably crazy. Yep. But outside of Boston, maybe. I'm not picking any other team in the East to beat Miami in the playoff series in the East. I don't trust those teams at the top right now. Brother, you're just like me, brother. I'm so confused right now. I don't know what to do with my hands. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know what to do with my hands, brother. Because it's crazy, bro. Hit that like button. Yes. Hit that like button. Do both of those things at the same time and subscribe to this network. Go ahead, Stone. Want to hear your thoughts on the game tonight?
I mean, I thought it was really great. I think it was like pretty impressive how much ball movement they got out of these guys. Like, it was pretty impressive in that regard. You know, going there, like being huge underdogs.
No. You go ahead. Continue.
Sorry. Being huge underdogs, like it could have been easy for anyone to just like take over and decide I'm going to be a ball hog tonight. I'm just going to shot chuck, and the ball moved around quite a good bit. There were 2 really crazy things that I have to get off about Milwaukee real quick. One, could you imagine being a top 5 basketball player in the world like Giannis Antetokounmpo, and your brother who's 2 years older than you is just like this giant stain that follows you around? That would drive me absolutely nuts. Second of all, Doc Rivers made a comment to our broadcast that in today's NBA, holding a team under 100 points is the equivalent of throwing a no-hitter. That is absolutely fucking insane to say, Doc Rivers. Maybe for you. But no, those are very different things. I watch various scrubs that play YMCA basketball go out there and hold teams under 100. We lose these games 90 to 92 all the time. I mean, it happens. We're not watching no-hitter type stuff. It's just about, I guess, who's going to bring the energy and who's not.
Thought they gave you this money, so you got to read the dono and answer the question.
Who do you trust more, the Heat or the Ravens? To break my heart, because that's all both of them do. Man, you can always like count on the Heat to just get so like right there when they shouldn't. Like I every year I know what's going to happen with the Ravens. It's just like the Heat like put me through this whole cycle. It's, it's a bad start, and then they randomly get hot, and then they piss their leg down the stretch, and then they find it again in the playoffs, and they just like they got you so convinced that they're about to win it, and they hit a wall.
A moment of silence for Heat legend, brother. Treat this bitch like a roller coaster, just yell and move your hands and shit on them. Fuck Hassan Whiteside. I don't give a fuck about Hassan Whiteside. Bro, that was one of the worst. That was one of the worst eras of basketball in my life. With him bitching and moaning and making Snapchats about fish and shit. Bro, I'm not moved, gang. I'm not moved. Don't care. Good riddance. Sayonara. Bitch ass nigga. I hate Hassan Whiteside, to be real with you. Go. I hope Ant doing the post-game show. Ant liked Hassan Whiteside. Go see if Ant doing the post-game show and tell him to do a moment of silence. I'm not doing that shit. Let's get back to this game.
One quick point to Stone's Doc Rivers quote.
Sure.
I just did the math real quick. The Heat have been no-hit 12 times this year.
That's funny. But yeah, let's get back to this game and talk about some of these players. And Niko Jovic is obviously the player that you start with. Like, Preston the starting duty, especially considering like the circumstances surrounding are terrible. So you got Terry Rozier that's out. You have Jimmy that's out. You have Josh Richardson that's out. And so we knew the guard rotation would be thin coming into this game. We tried to figure out like what they would do. They decided to go with Tyler, Duncan, Nico, Bam, and Caleb, I think it was. Yeah, Caleb started the game. And I was like, this looks bad. And it didn't. To be honest with you, it didn't. I felt like they kind of leaned into the youth a little bit and let those guys kind of run the offense. And it kind of ended up with Jaime being the best. I mean, not Jaime, but with Nico being the best of them all. So, Ricky, since you're only talking about Nico, and we're going to focus this portion of the show on Nico, how was he able to be so effective tonight against one of the better teams in the league?
Spacing and capitalizing, quite frankly, on less than stellar defense. That's great for reps. It's great for confidence. And it doesn't help, or excuse me, it doesn't hurt that the team scored what? I think they hit almost 23s, 19 threes tonight. That's helpful, especially when you're spacing the floor the way he is. I mean, I believe Nico had about 5 of those 19. And if he's hitting 5 threes, that's already 15 points. No wonder the Heat scored 40 points in the first quarter. I mean, I don't remember the last time I think I saw Miami score 40 points in the first quarter was against Golden State during the 1996-97 season when they had 45, which was a then franchise record.
Why are you asking that question like anybody else on the panel would know the fucking answer to that?
Because I do what I want. I'm a grown man.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Look, I'm with you except for on the random stat that I have no idea about. And you know what? You're gonna live forever because I just told somebody to go watch you on Postgame because they said they wanted a moment of silence for Hassan Whiteside, and I said you're probably the only person here who likes Hassan Whiteside. Don't worry. Ant is a stand for some reason. Don't worry, brother. We didn't be quiet for a second when he asked for that. But since you're new to the panel, yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts on the game, and specifically Nikola Jovic, which is where we're pivoting the conversation to right
now? Don't bring up Hassan Whiteside and then expect me to speak on Nikola Jovic. Listen, I want to give not a moment of silence. Man didn't die or nothing, but Hassan Whiteside. Arguably one of the greatest, not arguably, one of the greatest centers in Heat history.
All right.
Wow.
That's not going down. Not on here, brother. Don't Ant, come back. Ant. I am the liar here. Don't get on this program and get the line.
No, I want to make one thing very clear. That's not a troll. But I just didn't feel right coming on here.
You think Hassan Whiteside is a top what center in Heat history?
Apostrophe S.
Give me a number.
5.
5?
Yeah, I feel safe saying 5. Morning, Shaq, Bam, Doliak, Whiteside.
Ronnie Cycler. They actually won when Cycler pulled down rebounds.
Ronnie Cycler was a good one. Do you count the time that Bosh was playing center?
I mean, I didn't really think about it, to be honest, but sure.
Yeah. No,
Kevin Willis for like a year and a half.
Willie slow time Reed, even.
Give me the warden over that man.
Vladimir Stepania, if you will.
Great.
Jarvis Bernardo.
ZZ Wang, if he was still around.
I fuck with ZZ.
All right, there are a lot of whites on this show right now.
Hot take. Listen, hey, the whites took over the game. The whites taking over the post-game show. We got hot take Harry here. Harry, what's going on, gang?
And I live in the suburbs. It makes sense.
Hello. I thought to honor the exciting whites in Milwaukee, I'd hop on for a second. I don't think I'm an exciting white, but anyway, I don't. It's probably been discussed, and I haven't really been watching, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating stuff that's already been said. But like, I don't know how you watch this game. Like, Duncan has to start. He's just like, he's that guy. He's better when he's starting. I don't know what happens to him off the bench. He's more confident. And I don't know if Jaylen Brown like pissed him off and he's just going to use this as motivation. Like he tried to rip off his arm and now he's angry and he's going to take it out on them. But, you know, they got to ride that wave. And that means that they probably need to keep playing Jovic too. I just said earlier that basically the Heat have spent Bam's entire career without giving him a real spacer at the 4. Like this guy can space it at the 4. He can shoot. And that's what you need next to Bam. It gives him the space to operate and they can both play make from their positions. It's kind of what you need in the front court. And it gives everybody else more space. And they can bring Tyler Herro off the bench where he belongs. He's just never been a good starter. Even going back to when they started him, when they had the injuries and they started him back in the bubble, which again is the only time he had a good playoff game, as we spoke about earlier, when he did not have fans in front of him. He was not good even as a starter his rookie season when they tried that, and he really struggled the next year. People blamed COVID. People blamed the other people around him. I think it's just like, it's the factors at this point. Let Herro do the best he can off the bench, and then whatever happens this season, you can move him in the offseason, and we can all move on, and we can sing Kumbaya and Hallelujah and whatever it takes. But this is the only way this team has a chance. So it's not about like playing without Jimmy. It's just that this is the only way they can really beat better teams is to outshoot them from the 3-point line. And this is the only way to do it. It's Duncan starting. It's with Jovic next to Bam. Let Bam play make a bit. He's better when he has the ball and can kind of be that assist guy. That's what they have to do if they plan on winning. If they're going to come back and start and, not start Duncan, after the All-Star break, you got to question what Spo's motivation is here when all the evidence has pointed to this other thing working for them.
Yeah, I do think that we're going to go back to a Terry Rozier, Tyler Herro backcourt. Full disclosure, just what I think that they're going to do. I agree with you 100% with what they should do. I believe I'm one of the people that believe that this season is already headed down the shitter anyway. So it's like with the Jovic thing, we've seen him kind of like fit a little bit. We've seen him play well. We've seen him play shitty or whatever. Doesn't really matter. Like it's like he's giving us juice at times, and it's like you might as well see what that can look like next to Bam. He is kind of one of the prototypical players that you put next to him. This is going to get us off topic a little bit, but I'm going to want to listen to you guys' thoughts on kind of what he just said. Jared Dickerson with the $5 donut. He said, "Can we please talk about that boy Pat Connaughton? Not him." He said that boy was having a badass time out there. No, fuck Pat Connaughton. He doesn't play for the Miami Heat. Let's talk about some of our white people. I want to talk about pick a white, any white. You know what I'm saying? It's like a magic trick going on right now. Stone, we'll start with you. Pick a white, any white, talk about their game.
Yeah, I was pretty moved by what Kevin Love did tonight. He was tough, he was physical. He gave them over 20 minutes. That's about what I think around that number is probably ideally what I'd like to see out of Kevin Love. It's also matchup dependent. And for whatever reason, I remember back in the playoffs, he matched up really well against Milwaukee. And he did tonight. And I think he's a really good veteran presence to have out there in the Jovic minutes. It might get cooked defensively, but I think he can kind of help Jovic figure the game out a little bit better. I like their minutes together tonight.
Is Jaime in the white coalition? Is he black? That means that is he white? This is Royal's approach to race. And so it's the basement's approach to race. If you're not black, you are white. 280 people and 38 likes. Hit that like button for us.
Gesundheit.
You're what? I thought he was speaking French again. 280 people in here with 38 likes.
Comme tu veux.
Auf Wiedersehen.
I can't. Come on, brother. Fuck is you talking about? I ain't even gonna do it. I was finna do something disgusting out here, brother. I'm not gonna do it though. Hell Hydra. 280 people with 38 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, please, we trying to kick this algorithm's ass, bro. Make sure y'all hit that like button for us. Make sure y'all leave us a comment, not just in the live chat, but after the video is done, to let us know what you feel about this comment. Are you drinking Perrier?
I sure am. Staying hydrated.
Drink of the whites right there.
Come on, brother. Look at this, bro. Look at the diversity that we have. Oh, Ricky, you can come back when you're not speaking French. Showbiz77 with the $5 donor. He said 4 whites and the Spanish guy all playing significant minutes. Whitey, aka the man, combined for 82 points. Haven't seen white unity like this since Voltron.
Spain is a European country.
We do not care about geography in here, Ricky J. Mark. This is not class. Huh? You go shoe with your education. We're talking about white people in basketball right now, Richard.
Richard here.
Richard J. Mark.
Shelby,
go ahead and talk about. Okay. Shelby, can we talk about a white person who played basketball this evening?
Sure. I will leave Ricky's son Niko for him. I'm sure he would enjoy talking about Jovic more. And I will take Caleb Martin. 1 for 3, brother. 2 points? That's all you could give us? There was a theme going on tonight, and by my calculations, Caleb Martin is at least 25% white, and it did not show up in spades. I am concerned. I'm distraught. Quite frankly, I am appalled. I need more. I need... Yes, you are very white, George. Harry likes to proclaim himself as the whitest member of the basement, but I personally think George takes the title. Oh, no. I've summoned him.
Yeah, like, brother, he shows up for this, but couldn't show up. I ain't going to say it. Go ahead, George. How you doing today, George?
Fantastic. Actually, strike that. Horrible. Giannis fucked everyone in Greece tonight, and it pisses me off. This was the first widely televised game in Greece in a long time. And I had my jersey, I had my thing on everything, bro. I was ready. What the fuck happened? No one's happy.
Traitor.
Bad. You think that's bad? Look at the back of it. Wait. Disgusting.
That looks custom made.
No, it was from an airport in Athens. It's nothing special.
Correct. Fuck that jersey. Talk about it. Bam locked his ass up. I mean, I don't know how much you consider somebody who had 23, 11, and 8 like locked up. But look, it was good enough for me. And Bam put that boy on the poster.
Did anyone answer my question from before as well?
What was your question? Were you white? Are you white?
Yes.
Yes, you are white.
Oh, damn. All right.
Extremely.
What else could there be? This show is going off the rails. We're talking about white people. Shelton, go ahead.
I was done with Caleb Martin's performance. There was not much to talk about.
Sure. Okay. George, you can pick a white person to talk about them tonight.
Oh, okay. Do we talk about Jovic?
Obviously. But you can feel free to do it again if you
We did.
During Black History Month?
Cole Swider.
You're stealing. Oh,
Cole
good
Swider.
answer.
Cole Swider.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Cole Swider was input to this game into a team with 2 active guards.
Speaking of 2, George.
For George, gotta love this and his Thanasis jersey. It's not Thanasis.
It's a Greek name. How do you not know how to pronounce it?
I'm trying. I didn't